Ladies and gentlemen, the guy at the end of the bar proudly presents the Dantanna's Late Shift. Brought to you by attorney Ray Giudice. And now the two men to take you to new heights in sports conversation, Nick Cellini and Matt Chernoff.
Ray Giudice is here. Ray, let's start by talking about Junior Seau. We know he committed suicide last May. It has been shown now that he had the brain disease that could be caused by repeated blows to the head.
That's right. And this is a very important piece of evidence in the ongoing litigation against the NFL. Junior Seau was probably the youngest former NFL player to commit suicide and have the brain disease, CTE, found by the National Institute of Health, not just the county coroner or the family's doctor. These are the pros from Dover, as they say. Secondly, we've got a guy who has no history that we're aware of alcohol abuse, drug abuse, being in fights, being some other alternative theory that if I was on the defense representing the NFL, we would try to throw out. So this may not be the final linchpin, but it's a very significant piece of evidence that may induce the NFL and its lawyers to put aside a special fund for medical, for research, to try to prevent these.
All right, let's talk about Lance Armstrong, who, on an interview with Oprah Winfrey, kind of admitted to doping. If that's enough, now, what happens here criminally, civilly? Because he has made some accusations at those who have pointed at him in the past for doping.
That's right. I think Lance Armstrong is going to have a lot of lawyers in the near future. Number one, there's a lawsuit filed by Kurt Landis, former cyclist, against Armstrong as a whistleblower that the U.S. Department of Justice may get involved in. That's saying you, Lance Armstrong, took United States federal funds for the postal team in the amount of $30 million, and in your contract, it said you can't use performance-enhancing drugs. That may have criminal ramifications, civil ramification, and for once, if he's sued, if he's charged, he's going to place his left hand on the Bible and swear to tell the truth, and then we'll see what happens.
And there's libel lawsuits where people had to pay him overseas, and certainly you got to believe those people are going to be asking for that money back.
He and his followers have been extremely aggressive in going after anybody who dared to challenge his veracity on his 7 titles as a cyclist.
All right, talk to me about Rob Parker over at ESPN.
Right.
We know he opened his mouth and stuck his foot in it about a month ago in the RG3 discussion. Well, his contract wasn't renewed. He was fired. Is there any potential litigation?
He might have a potential to be paid for the rest of his contract, which is going to expire at the end of the year, so that's up to ESPN if they care to do that. But he clearly was outside the bounds of any appropriate, what anyone would hire, ESPN or anyone else, a commentator to say. He not only made inflammatory comments, quite frankly, he insulted Robert Griffin. And to Robert Griffin's credit, the quality of his character did not fire back.
Well, kind of like what I did to Hulk Hogan about 5 years
You should apologize.
ago. I do not apologize. I apologize for nothing. Easy for me to say. If you want to check us out, check out the Twitter handle at Dantanna's LS, and also follow us on Facebook and at Ray Giudice as well, in case you have a couple of issues here or there. Thank you for watching, everybody. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be here next week.
Well, I'm coming back either way. They can't get rid of me now. I got a key.
I'll kick the door in, and I'll stand here with this jacket on and nothing else.